Alright, looks like we're online. Sorry for the delay, folks. Had a little bit of administrative issues. My name is Tac Delta. This is the Performance Racing League. We're in our 5th season, the 3rd round at the Albert Park Circuit in Melbourne, Australia. This is Tier 3. I don't recall if I've said that already. My compatriot, Nico John, will not be joining us today, so you're stuck with just me. Sorry for that. It looks like it's showing that I'm in a car, but I'm not. Shouldn't be in a car. It's alright. Let's see if we can get on board with somebody who is out. How about Jimmy? So, Jimmy pull up. It's been an excellent drive so far throughout the season for him. Has a 1-2 finishes in the race. I believe was our winner in Bahrain. Not in Jeddah. And he's swapped back and forth with the other Red Bull of Tar Heels. Tar Heels is our other driver with a lot of performance here in Tier 3. So interesting developing between those two drivers. Looking at our standings here, our next driver taking the 3rd position is Mr. See if we can get on board. Oh, is he not joining us? No, he's not joining us. Green Hornet. Green Hornet is taking our 3rd position. Let's see if we can find someone in 4th. Yeah, here we are. Mr. Scuderia Shep, also in good contention for the championship. These top 4 separated by 45 points, which in PRL can change quite quickly over the course of a few races. Still early in the season. Could be anybody's championship. With that, let's get some of these other things turned on. Let's go hop on board with Jimmy Pull Up. Hold on with that. Yeah, let's hop on board with Jimmy. He's going to be the first one to put us in a lap, I believe, unless that McLaren is on a hot lap, but I don't think so. Vinny? No. Okay. So we'll check out Jimmy, see what Jimmy can deliver for us. So gets a good exit out of the final corner coming down to the line. Jimmy Pull-Up going to be with a 120.5. So pretty solid lap. Pretty on pace with what we saw today in Tier 2 for the bottom half of the grid. So, and Tar Heels going way above him with a 120.0. 0.1 with the rounding. And Scuderia Shep improving even further with 119.7, 119.8. And Disgruntled Muppet making a showing here in T3 as well. Now, Disgruntled Muppet previously drove in a higher tier, maybe even Tier 1 or Tier 2. So, not sure what's brought Disgruntled Muppet down, maybe turning off those assists, which we love to see. Shows a lot of improvement and development in a driver. So we'll be looking for Disgruntled to have quite a bit of pace. May make a handful of mistakes here and there, but we'll see where that goes. Who else do we have on a flyer? Maybe Taufer. Yeah, Taufer's out on a lap. We'll see where Taufer slots in with the rest of the grid. Disgruntled dropping in from Tier 1. Thank you, Frosty, for the help there. And Dutch has retired from the session. That appears to be on track. We're not going to see it from anybody. They'll get that car out of the way. That could have just been coming loose across that last bend. I'm sorry I don't know the corner numbers, but could have just gotten loose there on that curb and that will send you off. We'll see if maybe Talfer will give us a look and I can point out which curve it is. Because I feel as though I've made the same mistake. In the meantime, Talfer crossing the line with a 122.7, so they'll be looking to improve that time a little bit more, but not a terrible lap for the first lap of quali. And Talfer going to get off to the side, going to let some other drivers go through. Logan Amos 6, I don't believe is a full-time driver. I think Logan Amos 6 paid us as a reserve. But getting another seat today, getting another chance to drive, so we'd like to see our reserves getting in. This is the curve. This is the curve that probably sent off Dutch. Chaos needing an invite. Let me see if I can help one of our drivers out briefly. See, I don't. Chaos, I'd like to invite you in, but I don't know that I can. Or at least I don't know where to. Running through the menus and not seeing. There used to be an invite button. It's no longer there. I'm not sure why. Go on friends list. That's where I was. I'll try it again. Yes, Druid. No, I'm sorry, man. It's not giving me an option. I'm looking at it in my, looking at all the options. I don't see anything to do it. I wonder if it's because I'm spectating? All the options? No. Alright, looks like somebody else invited him in, so we're good to go. Sorry, Chaos. Sorry to let you down there, bud. Oh, and we come on board just to watch Northern Canuck have a spinner. So unfortunate there. Sorry to catch that. Let's hop on board with Logan. He's actually informed us that he's got a full-time seat now, so that's great. We love to see drivers that want to race getting that full-time seat, getting to move up. So it's great news. Let's see who is on a lap. I'm about to finish up. Drivers starting to get down into the 119s now towards the top of the grid. I believe maybe Jimmy's got a fresh lap for us. Yes, and it's already improved to almost half a second. So see Jimmy coming through here through the final corner, gets down into second gear, takes that quite nicely, stepping up the acceleration just ever so gently to get around the corner. DRS wide open. Come in, can break it into the 119.4. 119.4 for Jimmy pull-up, taking provisional pole. We've got about 8 minutes left in qualifying, so room for someone to take it away. But that's yet to be seen. I don't know who else we have out on the lap. I think maybe Logan is starting a lap. Yep, starting a lap. So we'll hop on board here, drop into fourth gear for that first and second corner. Want to break it about the 75 if it was there. Now it's going to break the 100. Drop it down into fourth, maybe even third gear, even all the way down to second. Slowly work your way up through the gears, easy on throttle to get through this section. You come to this right-hander, you want to stay off that curve. Ooh, goes a little wide. Goes a little wide. Here he'll brake. He may have backed out of this lap. He may have decided to get into the recharge and come back. So let's see if we can hop on board with somebody else. Somebody who might be on and a flyer coming in. So Taufer's actually on a hot lap. Ooh, locks up big into this corner but makes it through. He's running through, had a lot of wheel spin coming out of there, but still trying to keep his foot down. He doesn't want to lose this lap. Another major lockup in the third sector. It's terrible for lockups. Taufer really struggling to push the car through here. We'll see if he gets a chance to improve. It's not looking good though. No, Taufer does improve by 1.1 seconds. So a good improvement from Taufer. He'll be looking to get another lap in though. Alright, who else do we have out? That may be the Chaos Druid going out for a fresh lap, yeah? Looks like it, so we'll hop on board with Chaos. No pressure, Chaos. He's going to come down here, he's going to brake right about the 100 board, a little later even. Go down to third, second gear, come through the corners. Ooh, gets up on that curve and oh, is taking himself out. Wow, that curve can be really dangerous too. We're going to get on past that. We're going to get on board with Lucasade. Lucasade coming through the lap. Right about there, you want to get to 100 and drop down 2 gears. And then ease on the throttle, straighten it up. He's going to stay tight to the inside line here. No reason to run out that wide. You're just going to lose time. And coming down to where the drivers get a chance to relax a little bit. Come through this left-hander, just a gentle bend. Going to brake right there at the 50, drop it into 6th gear. Slowly climb, watch both curbs on both sides, super slippery all the way through. And climb up the gears, open the DRS. It's going to drop it at 50 right here. Big lockup down into 3rd gear, but still makes it through the corner, no problem. Lots of wheel spin, just like Taufer. Just like Taufer. It's coming through, you brake right there at about the 50, gets it into 3rd gear, another lockup. But it's going to work through the gears, pushing hard on that car. We'll see, I think Lucasade might get a chance to improve here. Will he take it from Jimmy Pull-Up? He does. Steals away the pole by 1/10 of a second, almost exactly. So tight at the top here. Top 5 drivers covered only by 4/10 of a second. You can even slide Shep in there into the top 6. Why not? Why not? Yeah, terrible. I'm filling in the Red Bull position. As we can see, I'm doing a lot of work out there. A lot of work. Little glitch in the game, I guess, because I didn't select a car. We'll carry on though. We'll see who else is out on the track. It looks like Baba Yaga out setting a on an out lap here. Now we typically don't see Baba Yaga qualify. Typically he prefers to start in the back to avoid the hectic mess of going into turn 1. But I believe if you don't take a quali lap, you will not get a chance to actually use your setup. So that could be what's going on out here. So with that, looks like we have some fresh drivers coming across the line. Logan is on an out lap. So who's just behind? That must be Lucasade. No, Lucasade going into the pits, just finished off a lap. The McLaren of Vinny is getting ready to start a lap. So we'll ride on board with Vinny here. Ooh, big lock up in turn 1. We'll just go for a nice cruise right along time with Vinny here. Going through these next corners, getting a little bit of wheel spin there. Gotta be so careful on that exit curb. Can really throw you out if you're not paying attention, so gently through there by Vinny. Major lock up into this corner. We've seen a lot of guys lock up into this corner all day, all tiers. Okay, I'm locking up into this corner too, all the way down into first gear. Short shifts up to third, fourth, fifth. Oh, and a big spin off the exit of the corner. Can relate to that one. Cost me my qualifying lap earlier today in tier 2. Right, so who else do we have out? I see a few red cars. We've only got a minute and 45 left in quali, so I don't know if Vinny had any rear wing damage there. But he needs to get around the track and try to save some of his ERS if he wants a chance at putting in another lap. If he even has the fuel to make it there. No, he doesn't have the fuel. He's only got 7/10 of a lap. So that will be Vinny's qualifying in 4th. We've got our top 3 here in Tar Heels, Jimmy Pull-Up, and Lucasade going out on outlaps. It looks like they will be the first few to set a lap coming in. I've jinxed the chaos here. I'm so sorry, sir. I just wanted you to start towards the back to avoid turn 1. That's all it was. That's all it was. No hard feelings. No hard feelings. Alright, we're gonna ride on board with Lucasade, Jimmy, and Tar Heels. We're gonna try to do 3 in 1. We'll start with Lucasade coming in through the first sector here. Smooth through turns 1 and 2. Excellent, like glass. See if Jimmy can match that. Left a little bit of room there on turn 1, but I don't really have much room to talk. I would have done the same. Jumping back up to Lucasade, just takes a little bit of that curb. Perfect's what you want to do. You just want to kiss it. Get a little bit in the grass on both corners here. Really pushing that car. Scuderia Shep already setting his hot lap. Going up to a 119.2, so going to push these top 3 to really show them what they can do. On board with Jimmy coming through the little resting right-hand section. Right as Tar Heels is starting his lap as the clock goes to 0. So these guys will be the last ones to get a lap in. Tar Heels not quite as quick through the first 2 corners as the others, but we'll see where he can continue to file out. Let's jump back up to Lucasade. Lucasade just getting ready to finish the lap now, coming through the penultimate corner. Now the penultimate corner. Big lock up in there. 3rd gear up to 4th. Really pushing for the exit. Can he keep it straight? Yes, no spins. What's the time going to be for Lucasade? Is he going to break below the 8? He's going to break into the 18s, an 18.7 for Lucasade. So a great lap. Jimmy Pull-Up's going to be coming across the line right behind him. Can Jimmy take it away from him? No. Jimmy doesn't improve, I don't believe. Short by just 58 thousandths on his previous lap. So now we'll hop on board with Tar Heel, see what he can do. Coming through that tricky section in Sector 2. Yeah, Sector 2. Well, no, Sector 3. Apologies. Tar Heel comes through, doesn't lock up through this section. That's the first one that we've seen today not do that. Gets a smooth exit. Keeps it under control. Gets a little bit too much of that curb, but he's going to survive it. Coming through here on the final corner. Pushing the car hard. We'll see. Can he get up? Can he take it away from Lucasade? Can he take the pole? No, he does not take pole. Does not take pole. Does not improve on his lap. No, does improve on his lap because he's 2nd, so he displaced Shep. Wow. That was a great qualifying coming to the end. I think we're in for a good show today in Tier 3. So, your grid lineup is going to be Lucasade and Tar Heels sharing the front row. Tar Heels just not able to break into those 18s. Followed up by Scuderia Shep with a standout performance in the Ferrari and Jimmy Pull-Up, so Italian engines on row 2. Followed up by Vinny Sips, disgruntled Muppet on row 3. Row 4 sees Baba Yaga with a qualifying time. Unsuspected, they usually like to start towards the back. Logan Aim will fill out the 4th row, followed by Canuck and Taufer, Dutch, and Chaos Druid, and myself, and Vapor. So I should not be in this race. Should just be spectating. But we'll see as we come in. So getting a little word here from Baba Yaga, or Joji Fishing, as some of the older members may know him as. working on going without ABS, so putting in just a test lap to make sure that he can control the car. So great, we love to see that. We love to see drivers taking their assists off. It's a great sign of development, so congrats and well done on the qualifying. So for those of you not familiar with the Performance Racing League, we like to try to give our drivers about 2 minutes between the end of qualifying and the start of the race to set any strategies, take any comfort breaks, maybe grab a water, whatever they may need before the race starts. So this is kind of just a quick down period for about 2 minutes. We'll see how much I can fill with jibber jabber. But the Australian circuit, so as we know, has some modifications from previous games, as you may have seen as we went through, mainly in the second sector. So that sharp chicane that came up just after, I can't remember which turn it is. I want to say it would have been turn 7 and 8. Those have been removed now, and they've smoothed that section out, which actually works out well. It makes a lot of battling coming into that next corner, which is now turn 7, I want to say. It's the high-speed left-hander, left-right chicane that puts you back onto a DRS straight. But a lot of good battling down into that corner because you get a lot of you don't get any DRS, but you do get the opportunity to sit in the slipstream, so you can close right up to the car in front of you. Makes for some great battling. I had some good battles through there today. Other modifications, I think the turn after that DRS straight, so if we count them, let's see, 7, 8, turn 9 maybe, or turn 10 is a sharp right-hander where we saw a lot of drivers where we saw a lot of drivers locking up today. That is, it used to be a lot smoother of a corner, but they've extended out, they've extended that apex, pushed it back out into the track a little bit more, and put a large red sausage curb there that's very uncomfortable to drive over. Other than that, I think there's some small circuit modifications. I think turn 1 has been widened out a little bit. But other than that, I don't think there's any other changes to the circuit. Some have a pretty positive opinion of the changes, others less so. For me, I would say it's a pretty positive change. I like this. I like the changes to the circuit. It takes a little while to get used to, especially down into turn 10, that right-hander, where it's not quite as smooth as it used to be. So it's tough to get a handle, but time loss for the pit. So I will give this information to all the drivers. I do have it, and this one feels more accurate. So green flag, pit delta, 17.6 seconds. Virtual safety car pit delta, 9.7 seconds. That's what I've got from my data. Take it as you will. But we had drivers asking, so I will give to all. Right, so now we're going to get started here. There will be no formation lap. We've seen a lot of issues with the formation lap. So we're going to see the drivers just get a hot start right off the bat. And here they go. It looks like I have a car out there that is AI, so apologies for that. Not sure what that issue is. Hopefully it causes no trouble. Looks like everybody getting through the first corners cleanly. There's a McLaren that dove off the track there. Let's see if we can get up with our leaders. Tar Heels having overtaken Lucasade for the lead and is going to start running away with the race already. Disgruntled Muppet follows up behind close in second, showing some of that pace. We see a car going way off in the back there. Not sure who that was. I saw them flying off the course. There goes Tar Heels running way up ahead here. See if we can keep up with all the cars coming through this corner. Looks like everybody's through and everybody's clean. Love to see it. Jimmy Pullup is falling to the rear of the grid. Again, not sure what happened. Kind of lost some visibility there, a little bit of confusion. But Jimmy Pullup's going to be looking to make his way back up through the grid. He should have a lot of pace, a lot of ability to do that. So we'll hop back on board. Ooh, looks like we have a battle here between Disgruntled and Scuderia Shep, with Lucasade just sitting behind, waiting to pick up the scraps. Going to be looking to make up some time after what happened on the grid start. Tar Heels already with a 2.7 second lead. Really running away with this race already. This is the kind of performance that we've seen from Tar Heels in the past. Looks like we've had a spin towards the back. That looks to be Vapor. Trying to get the car righted. Back and forth like a pendulum. There we go. Now he's on his way. Logan having to serve a drive-through penalty. We're not entirely sure what for. I want to say it was probably a grid start. That's the only thing I can imagine. A drive-through from the start. And Logan coming back onto the track here now. Let's see who else. We've got these three running real close. We'll hop on board with Scuderia Shep. Check the front, check the rear. He's right in the sandwich. So we'll see now, getting into that slipstream of disgruntled really lets you close up even without any DRS. So now we'll see, can all three drivers get through here clean? There's one, there's two, there's three. All three, all the way through, all clean. Taking a quick look at the pit stop strategies. So we have a one stop, medium onto the hard, pit right towards the middle of the race, lap 15. Then a soft, medium, hard strategy. I didn't see what pit for the soft tire, but based on what I know, I would say it's lap number 5 is where that will be. Really curious to see if I can somehow get this car out, because my car does not need to be on the track. And I don't know why it has one for me. So, apologies to the drivers for that. Northern Canada coming in for an early pit. Must have had some wing damage, maybe a spin early on in the race. But we'll carry on. Let's hop back up to our battle for the podium with Scuderia, Disgruntled, and Lucasade. I think these guys are going to be giving us entertainment all race long, so we're looking forward to this battle. Let's take a quick look and see who is on what tire to start. So Tar Heels actually starting on the hard tire, so impressive to have gotten away so well while starting on the hard tire. He will probably swap to the mediums late in the race and be good to go. Tar Heels may be punching above his weight here. Other than that, we have mediums all the way down the grid, except for my AI car, and the Chaos Druid has just pitted and put on the soft tire. So coming on to lap 3 now, they will have DRS. Tar Heels still setting a fastest lap of a 123.2. Great drive from Tar Heels so far. He drove well in the Tier 2 race as a reserve as well. So if there's an open position in Tier 2, we may end up seeing him move up. Meanwhile, Shep Disgruntled and Lucasade keeping it tight. Looks like we have another battle not too far back with more red cars. Jimmy Pullup fighting his way back through the grid, coming up behind a Baba Yaga who has locked up majorly, not using that ABS anymore. Going to have a lot of struggle in this race, especially with some of those corners that I mentioned where the braking is just really tough to do. Having an issue in Sector 1, looks like Vapor got put back a little ways. Baba Yaga and Jimmy Pullup going to be looking to make some moves on Talfer here. These three drivers all have quite a bit of pace. So it'll be really interesting to see who comes out on top. If it was my money, I would put it on Jimmy. But unfortunately, my betting partner's not here to back that, so no betting today. Jimmy really closing the gap, getting a lockup from Talfer coming in. No, apologies, this is Baba Yaga. Really closing the gap with that DRS, getting a little bit of a lockup though. And a lockup into here as well. That lack of ABS really starting to hurt him. He was able to get through the corner nice and clean. We'll still have DRS. We'll be hoping to close into Talfer in the next two straights here. Meantime, Jimmy Pullup is pulling up right behind Baba Yaga. Looks to the inside, decides better of it. Going to get early braking and may get an advantage on Baba Yaga coming down here into the straight. Baba Yaga with a poor exit. Jimmy Pullup going to take advantage of that. Has the DRS, has the exit, has the move done. No lockups into this corner for Jimmy Pullup. He is on the move. He is chasing down Talfer. We've got a lot going on in this race, folks. Let's hop back up here to the front and check out our leading pack here. So Disgruntled, Scuderia, Shep, and Lucasade having split up a little bit. Just over a second between the three of them. Between each one of them. Vinny Sips also coming up to get into the action in the McLaren machine. Does not have DRS. Is going to use some of that overtake to try to catch up to Lucasade, seeing a 4 exit. Looks like, ooh, a major lockup in there for the McLaren. Tough run. Looks like Shep slowly closing up on Disgruntled. Gets a lot of curve there, but holds on to the car. Gets a good apex there through that corner. He's going to get a good exit here too. He's going to have a DRS. He's going to chase down Disgruntled. He's broken it from Lucasade. So now it's down to just Scuderia Shep and Disgruntled Muppet for that second spot on the podium. Disgruntled moving out of the way, not letting Shep have any of that DRS. He's got an Aston Martin spun just ahead on the track. That would appear to be Chaos Druid. Let's see if Tar Heels can give us a look at what's going on, because Chaos has not moved yet. Maybe got a little bit too much of that curve right there that Tar Heels decided to take a snack of. But they make it through just fine. Scuderia Shep still chasing down Disgruntled Muppet, being closed in on by Lucasade. Lucasade having dropped Vinny Sips off just a little bit. These guys will come through here. They'll all be in a slipstream. So it's going to be tight coming into the final corner. Lucasade using the ERS. Is cruising right around Shep. He's not using the DRS. He's going to wait. He's going to say, I'll get a rear wing open here. I'll save my battery and get you guys both here. Coming slow through this corner. Chaos Druid driving by there. Scuderia Shep popping open that DRS. Checking out where the braking marker is. Dives in through the corner. No lockups from all three drivers. Good exit for all three. This is going to be a fun one down the front straight. Talfer, the first one to pick up a penalty. Scuderia gets a great run through that corner. Closing up real tight. These guys are going to be so close coming through here into the first corner. Will Scuderia get one or two positions or nothing? Looks like he's a little too far back. They're all a little too far back. All drivers getting a great exit. Disgruntled Muppet holding on to second place for his life. Scuderia Shep picking up a time penalty going just a little over the curb there. So that's unfortunate. That's going to set him back. He probably won't be the only one though, as Talfer's already shown us. Chaos is stopping into the pits. These two drivers driving so close, providing loads of entertainment. I am going to skip back quickly though, give some attention to our other drivers here. We've got Bobby Yaga closing up on Talfer. Talfer with that 3-second penalty so early in the race. He's going to carry that the rest of the way through. May get a chance to serve it in the pit stop, I'm not quite sure. But Bobby Yaga having a lockup has fallen off with Talfer for a little bit. So we'll jump back up to the front where Lucasade is really close to Disgruntled Muppet coming into this corner. Drivers are playing nice so far. Scuderia Shep not far behind. So Lucasade right here in the middle of a Ferrari engine-powered sandwich. Using that Mercedes power. He wants to get up there to the front. He's going to fall in behind Disgruntled, trying to get the DRS. Disgruntled moves left, moves right. He's got to hold his position now. Lucasade's going to say thank you for the position. No, he's not. Big lockup. Disgruntled keeps it in, goes right on through. Now Lucasade's going to have a bad exit here. Is Scuderia Shep going to be able to make a move? Doesn't look like it so far. These two drivers are going to be running close the whole time. Just letting Tar Heels run away on those hard tires. It's an easy race for him. He's just in time trial mode at the moment. Not even worried about dealing in the commentator's curse. Looks like he can recover from it. In the meantime, let's get back to Talfer and Baba Yaga, who are going wheel by wheel through these corners here. Coming through corner 5, just taking a lot of curb, but just enough. They're going to go side by side through turn 6. So close, these two drivers, showing each other a lot of respect, though. That's what we like to see here in the Performance Racing League. It's one of the things that sets this league apart from especially any online lobbies and any of the other leagues you may drive in. Drivers showing a lot of respect here, going side by side. And Baba Yaga sticking the move through here, getting really close. Oh, Talfer just got into the back of him. They're both off. They're both off, and Dutch is going to move right on through. He's going to say, thank you, boys. I'll take this position and run on. So Baba Yaga and Talfer just getting tangled a little bit through that corner and knocked both of them just slightly off. We see Vapor coming in, going onto the hard tire from here. Might be a little early for that move, but we've seen it happen in Tier 2 and it played out okay. In the meantime, we've got Vinny Sips actually going up ahead of Disgruntled Muppet, so he must have missed some action. Maybe Disgruntled taking a little tour off the track. He's dropped back way off from Lucasade and Shep. Shep picking up another penalty. Oh, just getting tore apart by those track limits. They are a little sensitive here though, so maybe he'll be able to get some of those removed by the stewards after the end of the race. Because track limits are unforgiving here, and actually almost abusive to that degree. So with these drivers having split up, our next action is going to be probably watching Jimmy pull up here. Attempting to cruise back through the field. Jimmy pull up with a lot of speed. He's going to be pulling everything he can out of those medium tires. Let's scoot back here. Northern Canada has caught up to Baba Yaga and Dutch. This may be our next pack of three, our next three musketeers driving their way through the track. Lucasade setting a 122.7, so taking that away from Tar Heels, that fastest lap. However, we've got a long race to go, and Tar Heels will be on fresh mediums towards the end of the race, so maybe that will come back to him. We see Disgruntled Muppet in the pit, might have had some damage from that off-track excursion. Going under the hard tire again, maybe a touch early, but we'll see how he can make it work. In the meantime, Northern Canada going to come past Disgruntled, losing that time in the pits. I don't believe Disgruntled and Talfer will have a battle, but let's see. They're coming up? No. Looks like Disgruntled is out and away. Let's catch up to Vinny Sips, who is catching up on Scuderia Shep. Vinny hasn't had a whole lot of mention this weekend. We're just now hopping on board with him for the first time. But he's been closing up. He's getting into those top positions, just making a nice, safe, quiet approach to the front. A very good strategy. Very good way of going about it. Tier 3's kept it quite clean. We've had a green flag race the whole time. We see Shep veering off course just a little bit there. That gives Vinny Sips an opportunity to close in. Vinny really getting on the throttle there. You hear the wheel spin. Really wants to get caught up. He can smell Scuderia Shep's Italian perfume and wants a little bit of it for himself. Coming up here to the first and second corners, he will get the DRS again. Just looking to close up on Scuderia Shep. Major lockup into that corner. That's going to hurt his exit. And he slipped off a little bit from Scuderia Shep. We'll see if he can close up here in the second and third sectors. Coming up here, he's going to really want to be in the slipstream. He's going to probably use some of his battery as well, because he's going to want to catch out Scuderia Shep through here, stay in the DRS zone. He slipped just slightly out of that DRS. We've got a yellow in the third sector. Let's see another Aston Martin gone for a spinneroonie. So Vinny not getting the DRS. He was close, but not quite close enough. Can't quite get the move done on Shep, and both drivers walking up into this corner, having a tough go at it. Let's hop back on board. We'll get on board with Baba Yaga. Closing up. Oh, Dutch spins and almost takes out Baba Yaga with him. Both drivers having a tough time there. That AI car really giving them a hard time. Maybe a little bit of distraction through the corner. So Baba Yaga's going to be looking to clear it, get it out of the way. AI driving like a madman. Let's jump back up to Vinny, who's closed up on Scuderia Shep. Really be able to keep close enough to get the DRS here onto this back straight. Time slowly ticking away, and there it goes. He's out of the DRS zone. He's trying to stay within it, uses a little bit of battery, it's just not going to work. Takes a little bit of curb from all three curbs there. Can be dangerous, but gets it done. Both drivers having a big lockup in here. It looks like they're actually catching up. Excuse me. Caught up to a ghost car there, cruising right on through. Not sure if that's Chaos or Vapor. It's one of the two Aston Martins. Vinny's going to have DRS on check through these corners here. He's a lot closer this time. Let's see what he's able to do. If he can avoid locking up here, no, he cannot. Those lockups there is what's costing Vinny every time. It sets him just back far enough. And by the time they get here to the second DRS protection zone, he's just slightly off him. These two providing the most action for us so far. We're not quite halfway through this race, but we are getting close. Vapor speeding into the pit lane, picking up a penalty for that. And Vapor retiring in the pits. He's had enough. Talfa picking up another 3-second time penalty. So him and Shep both with 6 seconds of penalties from off-track excursions here. Scooter Shep's going to come into the pits. There's a car seemingly stopped there at the end. Shep gets the stop, doesn't want to get into that car. Here coming into the pits, should be a very quick stop here. Ferrari crew gets Shep back onto the road with those hard tires. So we had other drivers coming in to the pits. Lucasade and Jimmy. Jimmy back onto the medium tires. No, he hasn't pitted yet. His stop's right here at the end. All three drivers going onto hard tires. Now these are the drivers that we saw battling it out at the early parts of the race. They're now kind of caught up with each other. All pitting at about the same time. Jimmy a little bit farther behind the others. Actually gets overtaken by Baba Yaga coming out. And Disgruntled also overtaking Jimmy. So Jimmy's still struggling from that grid start. I'm not entirely sure what happened to him on the grid, but it's really set him back for this race. He qualified in second position and is now falling back to... No, he didn't. Tar Heels did. I think Jimmy qualified at the top. Or was that Lucasade? I'm sorry, I don't remember the grids. Jimmy was up there, and now he's not. So he had some grid issues, that's what we're going to say. We're going to keep it as such. Disgruntled actually starting to close up on Baba Yaga on those semi-fresh hards. Closing up on Baba Yaga's mediums, so Baba Yaga probably going to want to look to the pits. Especially if he can't hold Disgruntled behind him for much longer. You don't want to lose time battling a car that's just going to overtake you as soon as you drop it into the pits. Speaking of, we see Vinny Sips taking a pit stop to get rid of those 13-lap old mediums. Tar Heel's still out on the hard tire that he started on, 14 laps old. Major lockup from Baba Yaga coming into the corner here. Disgruntled smells blood in the water. He's going to try to make a lunge for it. We'll see if he can get him here on the DRS straight. Is Baba Yaga going to pit? He will. He will. He's had enough of the battles. So Baba Yaga boxing, coming in to get, I'm assuming, the hard tire. We see Taufer also on 13-lap mediums. Is Taufer going to box for the hard tire, or is he happy with the performance he's getting from him? After that lockup, I'd say not. So he's going to come in and also get onto the hard tire. Gets really close to the barrier, but doesn't hit it yet. Logan moving on to the soft tires, recently pitted for these. Soft tires don't last long around here, so Logan may have to come in for another set of those softs. Not quite sure what's going on here. May have had to pit with wing damage. And the softs were all they had on offer. Other than that, all the drivers on the hard tires so far. Dutch also having pitted for hard tires after that incident with the front wing. Logan is going to be side by side with Taufer coming through. Ooh, they collide on the pit exit. We'll see that one in the steward's room later for sure. For sure. We see Logan backing up here, trying to get himself righted on the circuit. Probably should have just pulled off a spin turn there. Taufer's continued on up the road. Logan just trying to get the car going. Doesn't want to spin and make it worse. There he goes, gently back out onto the track. Tar Heels has finally come in. On those medium tires, he's going to be coming out here. Going to be catching right up to Logan Aim quickly. Lucasade setting a new fastest time of 122.6 on those fresh, hard tires. I'm sure Tar Heels will have something to say about that here shortly. Lucasade just 6.6 seconds behind Tar Heels, but Tar Heels on the medium tires, if he can get some heat into them, I'm sure that won't last for long. Logan Aim will be seeing the blue flags here soon. Does have a few corners to heed to that, but doesn't want to wait too long here. He will be given a penalty for not getting out of the way. Babiaga major lock up into the front, still getting used to that lack of ABS, but driving well for himself so far. Looking to get caught up to Northern Canuck here. These two providing us most of the action so far. We'll see as they come through. Is Babiaga able to get DRS? Lucasade sitting at 122.5, so going even faster now. And actually closing the gap on Tar Heels, so those cold mediums really having an effect on Tar Heels. We'll be hoping he has some heat in him now and maybe can start to pull that gap away. Babiaga with a lot of wheel spin coming there. Vinny sips the 5-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flags. I don't see any yellow flags out there. Not quite sure what that is about. I'm sure the stewards will see that one later. Now we're picking up another penalty for track limits. All the drivers fairly separated now. Really, Babiaga just 2 seconds behind Northern Canuck, the closest battle that we have. Both on hard tires, both with some amount of heat in them. Northern Canuck maybe a little more heat than Babiaga has. Let's see where the race will go from here. Tar Heels showing up with those medium tires saying, let me show you what a fastest lap looks like, a 121.4. Chaos Druid coming into the pits with 9 laps on those hard tires, either fixing some wing damage or perhaps going on to the mediums. We'll see what he chooses to do here. Goes on to those mediums and only has 2 laps on him. Those tires can probably make it to the end of the race, so Chaos Druid looking to kind of maybe pick up some pace, maybe get lucky with the safety car. We'll see. Babiaga struggling there with the ghosted car of Chaos Druid. Now, despite being ghosted, typically we still ask the drivers show each other some degree of respect. It looks like Chaos is giving Babiaga some room to get through there. We've seen some instances with ghosting cars unexpectedly becoming unghosted and had some major incidents, so we appreciate the respect from one driver to another. Let's jump on board Jimmy Pullup, who has gotten around Northern Canuck through the pit stops and is slowly working on climbing up the ranks. Is chasing down disgruntled Muppet now. Has half the age on his tires. Not that the tires have degraded much by now. If anything, he's actually just now getting some heat. Got a yellow flag in sector 1. Another spin. Spinning is a little too common around this track. I can speak from my own experiences today. Oh, and it looks like Taufer and Logan Aim have probably had a little spin here. In the third sector. We'll see there, that's Taufer just now starting to get the car righted. No, I believe it's actually Logan Aim. Logan Aim getting a 2-second penalty for the timing line. Looks like he's coming into the pit lane. He's had enough of those soft tires. Maybe needs a new wing as well. Same for Taufer. Both drivers in the pit. No, Taufer's had enough. He's going to retire for the day. Saw yellow through here. It looks like that was a McLaren that had spun. Is that Vinny Sips? Yes. So Vinny Sips has fallen from grace. Was up running in 4th, I believe, or 3rd, and had a little spinner. It's dropped him back a couple positions. Still may have a decent result today, though. Don't count him out until it's over. Jimmy, in the meantime, coming up on Disgruntled Muppet. Disgruntled is carrying some time penalties that Jimmy is not. So while there's a slight chance those can be removed from the steward's report, it looks like Jimmy's going to be safely into 4th at least. Got some work to do to catch up to Scuderia Chevrolet on 3rd position, but Jimmy making headway up the track as we would expect from him. Chaos Druid coming out of the pit lane now. No, had just come out of the pit lane. That ghosted car, Jimmy's going to say, see you later. He's going to go right on through it. So Jimmy closing up on Disgruntled. He's going to be looking to get DRS coming through this straight. We'll see if he can take it. We will leave you with the engine noise for a brief stint, so just sit back and enjoy the battle. We'll come back to you with Jimmy closing up on Disgruntled ever so slightly. Really wants that on-track position. And Jimmy really needs to get around Disgruntled if he wants to have any chance of catching up to Shep in the closing stages of the race here. And those hard tires are just so well matched between the two drivers. Disgruntled at 24, Jimmy at 19% on the battery. So drivers running about even. Jimmy's going to have the DRS though. So not quite even all the way around. Jimmy getting good corner entry there. Can he get a good exit on this corner? He will. He's really close to Disgruntled now. Within 4/10. Pops open that DRS. Disgruntled doing everything he can to run away from Jimmy. These two keeping it close. Disgruntled may start to feel a little bit of tire wear towards the end of the race in the last 2 or 3 laps. But for now, tire wear probably about the same for both drivers. So Disgruntled, being a Tier 1 driver who I'm assuming has turned off assist and dropped himself down to Tier 3 with that. Pushing really, really hard, showing a lot of good pace despite that change with the assists. Jimmy pull up, a driver from Tier 3. Really pushing himself hard to catch up to Disgruntled. Seems to be getting closer and closer with every lap, but just can't quite get there for the overtake. And Jimmy's done saving. He's going to use a little bit of battery here. Oh, Disgruntled's going to give him the position with a spin out of that corner. Just pushed it a little too hard to try to get up and out of the way. So that's freed up Jimmy. And Jimmy will start to chase down Shep now. Shep has 9 seconds in penalties, so Jimmy really just needs to find 2.5 seconds. There is a chance that the stewards can take that penalty away. So that's not all that Jimmy has to do. Jimmy back to where he qualified in 4th position. Going to be wishing he can get more out of this weekend, but he's going to take what he can get. Both on the same age or tire. Don't know if any of Shep's penalties will come away. They may not. And in that case, Jimmy just needs 2.5 seconds. So going into time trial mode now, with Disgruntled want that out of his way. Let's do a quick check-in with our leader, make sure he's still leading. Tar Heels is still leading by quite a margin. Lucozade has actually cut into it a little bit. Was 6.6 seconds at one point. Now it's only 5.8. So Lucozade having done well to get caught up. In the meantime, we'll hop back on board with Jimmy. Coming down the front straight here. Looks like Vinny is really closed up on Disgruntled now. Disgruntled going to come into the pits. May need a new wing after that spin. So that will allow Vinny to go on by. And the crowd giving him some applause for that. Drivers all quite spread out now. I don't think we're on leader. No, we're on interval. So drivers quite spread out now. There's not many battles left to get on board with. It's really just coming down to watching Jimmy go around and see if he can catch up to Shep. Disgruntled going onto the soft tire with that wing change. He's going to be looking to come out and make some headway here. It's close to Baba Yaga, so that will give us something to watch. Actually has come out very, very close to Baba Yaga. Disgruntled does have some time penalties to overcome. I want to say 3 seconds worth? There it is, 3 seconds worth. So we'll need that and a little bit more on Baba Yaga. He's got the battery. Of course, Baba Yaga's got a full battery, so he's prepared to defend this. But Disgruntled going to be chasing down Baba Yaga. Wants that position on track, but also needs to get that 3 seconds. Gets a great exit out of there. Now he needs to be patient. Doesn't want to make a hasty move. Baba Yaga with a little bit of lockup, still adjusting to that ABS. May take a few races to do it. Disgruntled going to go for the overtake here. Should be quite an easy move with the DRS and the soft tires. And he's clear. Gets to do just fine. Grabs a little bit of curb, just to be fancy with it. And now he's going to be looking to make a major gap between himself and Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga are going to be looking to try to stay within that penalty of Disgruntled Muppet, using up his battery now, pushing hard with it. He wants to see if he can get up to the DRS and just stick within it, because if he can for these last 2 laps, he'll be able to keep that position, assuming the penalties don't go away. I think we had a yellow in Sector 3. I'm not sure if Vinny Sips got tied up or not. Looks like Northern Canic is really closed up to him, though, so we'll hop aboard and watch these two. Vinny Sips with carrying some degree of a penalty. Disgruntled on the soft tire, snatching away that fastest lap of the 121.4. Just slightly faster than Tar Heels' 121.4. Now, does Vinny have 3 seconds, or what's the deal with that? No. Yes. 5 seconds. No. Math is hard. 5 seconds for Vinny. So Northern Canic within that penalty range. Is he going to try to go for the move? Maybe so. We are all race car drivers here. It's in our blood to go for the move, whether or not it's necessary. And there's also a chance that that penalty could come away from Vinny. So you always want to keep pushing till it's over. Logan Aim picking up another 3-second penalty. So a handful of drivers taking most of the penalties, it seems to be. Northern Canic slipped back a little bit from Vinny, so maybe just looking to relax. Just kind of stay close enough to pick up that penalty position and then go on from there. Disgruntled with another, going below the 121s now, dropping a 120.998 to hold on to that fastest lap, keep it secured. He's now dropped Baba Yaga. Not sure if Baba Yaga had a spin, but Baba Yaga is now quite a ways behind Disgruntled, so it looks like he will be able to hold that position. Meanwhile, Jimmy's going to be looking to push and catch up to Shep. Has almost no battery left. How does Shep doing on his battery? Also, almost no battery left. So Jimmy's going to be pushing to get within 9 seconds of Shep, but I don't know that it's going to happen. They've got 1 lap remaining. Let's hop on board with Tar Heels. Going to be your race winner today. Unless he has a spinneroonie. Lucas doing well to have caught up on the hard tire stint. Will not catch up enough to win the race, but has done well to try to catch up to Tar Heels. Tar Heels just unstoppable today. Having a great season so far. He's had 1 win. He's getting ready to come across the line to take his next. He's got 1 corner left to go, and that's the corner. Tar Heels coming down the straight. He will take the win. Back-to-back wins for Tar Heels, having won in Jeddah and now winning here in Melbourne. Lucas taking that 2nd spot on the podium, and the final position is going to belong to Scuderia Shep. Jimmy just not quite able to close up that gap for that penalty. So a little blow to the championship for Jimmy today. Just a grid issue in 4th in qualifying set him back far enough to cost him a handful of points. Certainly not over for the championship. He's just a little farther behind than he was. So Vinny Sips will be the next across the line, with Northern Canic just hanging out right behind him. Unless Vinny's penalty is taken away by the stewards, this will actually promote Northern Canuck into 5th. We'll take the top 5, which will help him in his own championship, having missed the first race of the season. That leaves Disgruntled to come across the line, bringing the fastest lap with him. Baba Yaga, the final car across the line, and that is your race, ladies and gentlemen. Driver of the day, Jimmy Pullup. With the amount of overtakes, I would not disagree. Commanded himself back up from the rear of the grid. Drove an all-around great race. We'll be looking for some major championship. Points coming into the next race. So well done to our podium. Got Tar Heels taking another dominating win. Followed up by Lucas Abe, another super quick driver in Tier 3, and Scuderia Shep coming up to bring the final place on the podium. So a great drive from those three. I got XP for that. Wonderful. So, your unofficial race results. Tar Heels, Lucas Abe, Shep, Pullup, Canuck, Vinny Sips, Disgruntled Muppet, Baba Yaga, Dutch, Logan Aim, Chaos Druid, Talfer, and Vapor will round out the grid. We had an exciting race here today for you guys. Had a lot going on early on in the race. It's been a joy to have you with me. I don't know if my compatriot will return with us for the next one. Our next race will be taking place next week, same time, same place. We will be in Emilia-Romagna, and we look forward to seeing you there. So thanks everybody for tagging along, and we will see you next time.